Good evening, friends. Today I shall demonstrate to you installation of virtual machines on a normal computer. I have already installed VirtualBox. The interface is as shown. The file menu has different options like preferences, import appliance, export appliance, tools, updates, reset warnings, and to close the program. The machine menu has options related to machines. To new machine, add to create a new machine, to add a existing machine setup, to modify the settings of a selected machine. The show indicates the options to start a machine. Pause to pause a running virtual machine, reset to reset it to the initial settings, and stop to power off the virtual machine. Similarly, tools for this setup of the virtual machines, whatever required, we can see the details, the snapshots of the activity that the VM is performing, the log of all the activities of that particular virtual machine, activities, and the file manager. Additionally, we have multiple other options including the help menu to standard help documentation of VirtualBox. VirtualBox is a software by Oracle which helps us to run virtual machines on a local PC. I have already created three virtual machines of Ubuntu. This is version 18. I have selected so because the setup is around 1.8 to 2 GBs, and with less memory I can run the same program. I have allotted 15 GBs of disk space, virtual disk space to each of the machine, and 2 gigabytes of RAM, which is 2048 megabytes. I'll show you how to create a virtual machine now. Create a new, say I name this machine as test. The ISO image, if it is available pre-installed, so it will be shown here. If not, select the other folder, go to the location, either downloads if you have downloaded it, or to the pen drive or any of the other locations where you have saved the ISO files, and you can select. I tried using CentOS OS, Ubuntu 24.4, which is almost 5.77 GBs of setup, and I squared on to Ubuntu because this was better performing for my limited RAM and hard disk space. So I select this image and create, select the option open. The type and subtype version shall automatically be selected. We skip the unattended installation so that for these particular things we don't have to include any of the options, and automatically the addition shall begin with the custom settings. The base memory, as I said, the RAM is allotted as 2048. I have 16 GBs of RAM, of which I decided to dedicate half of my RAM, that is 8 GB, for the virtual machines. 4 virtual machines, 2 GBs RAM each. Had I wanted only 3 machines, I would have increased to 3 GB. But here, say I'm keeping 4 virtual machines, 2 GBs for each of the OS. The RAM also depends on the OS that you are trying to load and the performance or the processes that you want to carry out. Similarly, I have a 4-core CPU. I have used one CPU each for each of the virtual machine additionally. Uh, I create a virtual hard disk now with a limited space of 15 GBs. Here I had selected 80 GBs of disk space where my Oracle VirtualBox has been installed. So keeping the maximum up to 80 GB, I have allotted 15 GBs of space, consuming around 60 GBs in the C drive. Then I click finish. The test machine is created. In the settings, I select expert and go through the different settings that are related to the new virtual machine being formed. Most of the settings are already been selected here, and based on your requirement we can additionally add or subtract the specifications under general tab, the systems tab, the display settings, the storage, the audio settings. The part comes in network settings, wherein I have enabled a network adapter. The first I select the bridge adapter to allow all all machines including the host machine to connect through the IP that shall be formed. Similarly, as adapter 2, I create an internal network. so that the machines can interact between themselves. This is a local LAN. The internal network is a local LAN between the host machine and other virtual machines. Bridge adapter will help the individual machine to connect to the internet also. So in this case, I actually can operate 5 different PCs which are independently connected to the internet, and also each connected to each other. I ensure that the allow all option is selected for both the networks. Serial ports, serial ports is not much of a reference for us. Enable USB, we can enable USB for each of the virtual machines. Here I just select the option because I'm not going to use any USB during this. Additionally, I can add shared folders from my local machine, which can be used in the virtual machine for data transfer. I don't require it because I'll be using GitHub to clone the repository and run my program. So I keep it limited to these options and I select OK. The settings have been configured, and now I click on start. You can see in the preview the machine will be starting up. The first option that is available is powering up the virtual machine. This will run through the process, and power up shall continue. It will read through the disk image, the initial settings, and configure a new machine on the VirtualBox. The total time required is around 9 to 12 minutes for setting up a VM with my laptop configuration. In case of a better configuration, this shall be faster. In case of a heavier OS, the time taken will be larger. I sit back and watch. I can close the message window because those messages do not form any relevance until the machine starts up. This is the first installation screen of Ubuntu 18.04, a long-term version. It is the LTS, which is long-term support. The updates would have been available for this version for a longer time as compared to the other limited stable versions. While installing virtual machines, we have to be mindful of what configurations we are holding and what type of processes are we intending to learn, because eventually the total load is on the host machine until unless the programs are totally running on a Docker or container or any cloud-based software or cloud-based service. Here we have the first screen of installing the Ubuntu 18.04 from the ISO image. I select my language English and I select install Ubuntu. One thing I realize as I install the fourth machine is that with the increasing load on the VirtualBox, the time for processing is slightly longer. So the other 3 running machines are deemed to have taken a toll on the load that the VirtualBox can handle. I maintain the keyboard layout and the language to English US, which is the standard format that we use. Select normal installation, and download updates can be deselected to save on time. However, this is recommended so that the latest updates of the system are made available. These updates will not update the Ubuntu to a higher version. Uh, okay, just select the erase disk and install Ubuntu. This will just ensure that the disk space that is available is partitioned, and no other errors or issues will arise in running the OS. Just click continue. Select the time zone. You see the UTC time is indicated here, which is 1356 plus 530. The time now is 1927 as shown here. So the initial time will be indicated as the UTC or the GMT time. I select the machine name as test, reduce the computer name so that in case I have to use the computer name at a later stage, it remains so. I put my password. I enable the login automatically option because I'm using the machine locally. However, it is recommended to have a password in case you're going to share the IPs that you're running over internet. Here is the regular routine installation process of Ubuntu, and this is deemed to take around 6 to 8 minutes more.